Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of this week's episode of Smack Talk. It's time for us to get into the hot tags of the week, breaking down some news and rumors and interesting stories and whatnot from the past few days in the world of pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Let's start off with Brock Lesnar talk. Brock Lesnar defeated Mark Hunt at UFC 200. WWE stock spiked after the UFC sale, which is going on too. So we're going to tie those kind of in together here. It's sort of like Brock Lesnar wins. He's going to take that momentum into SummerSlam. UFC's trading things around here. Wego, I'm going to go with you first. What are your thoughts on the Brock Lesnar stuff going on right now?
So specifically the Brock Lesnar fight, Brock looked in great shape. I think he's probably the best shape I've seen him in his entire WWE return. So that was good. As far as his performance with Mark Hunt, it wasn't like blow the doors off, but it was just impressive to see how good he was after a layoff like that. Don't think a lot of guys could have done that. As far as if he sticks around in the UFC and has a couple more fights, I think he's going to struggle because he's not going to be able to take down a guy like Cain Velasquez like that, the way he was able to just pretty much hug Mark Hunt's ankles. But overall, great outing for Brock Lesnar and a great outing for the WWE.
Do you think that this is going to be something that going forward WWE is going to allow him to do now that he won?
Possibly, just because of how successful it is, but I think the first time they get burnt by him losing, they'll never be open to it again.
Drew, did you check this out?
I checked it out, at least the Brock Lesnar fight, and it was pretty impressive. I'm not much of a UFC type of guy, but I usually tend to tune in whenever big fights happen, and I tune in for this, and rather impressive because the way Wago's been talking Mark Hunt for the past few weeks, and Wago is you were pretty more on the side of Mark Hunt winning the fight, so I was kind of expecting the same thing, but Lesnar looked pretty well, and if he wants to go back and do more fights, I don't blame him. I bet he'll make a lot more money doing both of these things, which is, in the end, I bet this is why he's doing it. So
$2.5 million is what I heard that he made.
Yeah.
Without like the deals on the side, like the Reebok thing and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at the end of the day, if Lesnar wants to do both, that's fine. So it'll be interesting. I'm all for it if it means I get to see him kick ass or something like that.
Peyton, weigh in on this. What do you think's happening with Brock? Is this a good thing, a bad thing? What was his fight like? Anything you want to toss out there?
The fight was what it was. It was boring because it's MMA. There was maybe 10 seconds of highlights worth seeing. But Brock won. And that's very awesome because it's another feather in the cap for the world of wrestling and it's fake gay wrestlers going in there and beating up a real athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all going to get shattered when Punk goes in there.
Oh, yeah. That's going to kill it.
He's going to be like, yeah, you see, pro wrestlers could be, oh, God, stop hitting me.
No, see, listen, I'm positive Punk may never actually have a fight in the UFC, so I don't think you have to worry about that quite yet. Nah, he's going to keep getting injured.
They're going to interview him afterward, and they were like, so where do you think you went wrong here, and what made it so the tides turned and you lost this match? And he's going to be like, well, motherfucker didn't call any of the spots. What was I supposed to do?
He's like this big fucking doofus named Ryback.
What?
Oh, God, Ryback's not going to be, like, in WWE anymore, really, for the most part. That'd be great if he went into MMA and beat the shit out of Punk.
Bringing this back to Lesnar, though, I'm a little shocked that they pretty much, the second thing they did on Monday Night Raw was show a video package or just at least pictures, and they talked about his win at UFC 200. I'm a little surprised that Paul Heyman wasn't there just to talk him up. I honestly believe that he was. Still, I thought this would have been a big enough thing to just.
You could just teleport from the fucking country.
Yeah, well, they have jet skis, so you never know.
So I think that this is going to be something interesting going forward. Do we see, like, if they keep advertising that this happened, or if they just kind of go, yeah, he won, let's go into SummerSlam. It all depends on the momentum that they want to bring into that. And, the more that they bring up that Lesnar won, the more it's going to help Randy Orton, whether he wins or loses. I still think that Randy Orton's going to win, though.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't, but I think that he's going to win. I think that they're going to use that to be like a way to put him as another top guy again.
If I was booking Lesnar, the next matches he loses is his last.
Against who? Anybody in
Fucking
particular?
matter. Like, depends how long he's going to be around. I don't know how long he's signed for, but honestly, I'd keep him undefeated.
Zack Ryder.
Fuck off.
I think that would be the day Wago stops watching.
We were talking a little bit about this on the Monday Night Raw post-show chat on the Twitch stream, but let's pick up the discussion a little bit more. They said on Monday Night Raw that they're going to have general managers on top of the commissioner roles that Shane and Stephanie are going to have. So they're going to be determined next week. Shane and Stephanie are going to pick their own. It's not going to be assigned to them, although they might end up getting assigned to them. WWE just changes things. But what would you guys like to see as the two people that are chosen? Drew, I'm going to start off with you.
Well, ATB said that apparently WWE leaked who one of the GMs are in the, I don't know, what would it be, the Discord chat zone. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked, but I still believe for SmackDown, keep it Daniel Bryan. It makes sense. He still does stuff in the company, and pretty much what he's been doing with this Cruiserweight Classic, Jingamadigers, I believe.
Jingamadigers?
Yep. The way they've been doing stuff with him then, it makes more sense to bring him back. And people like Daniel Bryan. They love him, really. So would not be surprised if they brought him back. And, oh, my God, look, it's Daniel Bryan. It's all orgasm because this guy's the greatest. Let's watch SmackDown. So I doubt that's actually what's going to happen, but it would be interesting nonetheless. For Raw, I really have no idea. We threw a lot of names out there for the Raw on last night, really. So I have no idea what they could do. You guys might be able to throw better names out than whatever I could think of, but if I had to throw one out, JBL would be interesting.
Well, Peyton, last night, two of the people that you were kind of on board with for Raw were J&J Security. Has your mind changed any bit about that? Are you more sold, less sold?
I mean, nothing's happened, so how can my opinion have changed at all?
Just thinking about it. Maybe you thought of another person you like better or something.
Well, I didn't say they were my favorites. I just said I thought they would be good ones.
Oh, I thought that they were like your number one pick kind of thing.
No, my point I was making is that there's a virtually limitless list they could go with here.
Anybody that stands out? Oh, I mean, outside of J&J Security.
No, because I actually think they need to reach for something a little bit more of a surprise. And whoever they picked for SmackDown was actually spoiled. I don't know if we're getting into that. But for Raw, I hope they go for something a little bit more of a shake-up than that.
Well, if you don't want to be spoiled, earmuffs. I haven't seen this, so toss it out there. What do they say?
Oh, yeah, it's Daniel Bryan.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's exactly who you thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that's like, we're going to try to figure out a way to get him into the company no matter what, and that's the only thing that he can really do. It's either he's going to be a manager, he's going to be a general manager, or commentator or something. He's doing the commentary role for the Cruiserweight Classic. Let's see if he's decent at that. And, general manager, why not, right?
So he misses being in the ring, huh? Let's put him right next to it.
Let's put it so he can get into the ring only to cut promos. And schedule matches that he'll never be able to wrestle in.
Hey, Brian, we got something scheduled for you tonight. What? You get to book Nakamura in a match that you're not in. You're
going to be responsible for a great match tonight. Yeah? Oh, it's going to be fantastic. People are going to talk about this for years to come. You're going to be in the middle of the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor. Special guest referee. It's like, come on.
See, all those people he talked about on social media, how he wants to wrestle, just have him have this big battle royale gauntlet, no holds barred match, and he has to sit on the ring, like in the middle of it, and commentate the whole time.
CM Punk style, Indian style in the middle of the ring.
He's gonna drop a goat bomb, as they say.
Well, Wago, who did you pick for SmackDown and Raw GMs?
I mean, shit, like, it's a vast amount of people that you could pick. I guess Daniel Bryan's gonna be the SmackDown guy, and I actually like that. If you want somebody that commands respect and looks kind of funny in a suit, Brock Lesnar. General Manager Brock. Make it fucking happen.
I can't imagine this happening in the slightest bit. Not even like obviously it's not going to happen. He's not going to want to show up all the time and all that. But even just like, if he didn't have a problem with that, could you really imagine Brock Lesnar being a suit?
That'd be fucking great. He could come out and just ramble like he did that one time. Oh, it's fucking Brock Lesnar show. Fucking Brock Lesnar show.
Well, let's get into a big list here for this last hot tag that we've got. They're pitching a bunch of new WWE Network shows for that fan council survey that they've got going on. So I wanted to just throw them out there and see what our thoughts are for the different things. I'm going to try to breeze through the descriptions of them, so, whatever. We have Tap Out Fitness, train alongside superstars in various types of workouts, yoga, CrossFit, Pilates, TRX, etc. Also learn how superstars train on the road with their personal training hacks. Zero interest in this whatsoever. Anybody actually think that they would check it out?
It'll be more beneficial. DDP Yoga.
Surprised they don't do anything with that.
Maybe he's going to be a part of it.
Maybe.
Just don't want to call it DDP Yoga, you know what I mean?
Maybe he's not going to be a part of it. Otherwise, they would totally call it DDP Yoga style with DDP Yoga.
They should totally make that a fucking show on the network.
I wouldn't watch a DDP Yoga thing either.
Like, some people want to get healthy, and it's apparently worked miracles. I'm sure people would get you'd get a few sales.
Beneficial. Like, I think that it's a good idea if they put it up there. I ain't watching it.
A few weeks ago, we talked about how they might be changing the prices of the memberships and stuff in the WWE Network. You could easily just do like $10 a month for just the DDP Yoga section of it. Come on, I think it would work.
Peyton, any thoughts?
Nah.
Yeah. I'm going to say no for this one, too, even though I think that it could be a good idea for the people that would want to watch it, which is kind of the running theme for some of the things I don't like. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean somebody else is not going to like it. But we have WWE Kids, the first official WWE show for kids by kids, which, first off, I hate that fucking phrase. For kids, by kids, for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans. I hate that stuff so much. Each episode features a variety of segments, including kids interviewing their favorite WWE superstars, kids playing games against superstars, e.g. Pie Face, and exclusive in-ring matches where kids call the action. They actually did a test run of this with NXT a couple months ago, and it wasn't too bad. But the kids, of course, they don't know what they're doing and stuff, so it's, if I was a little kid, I'm sure I'd like it a lot more, but I'm not. 29. So.
I don't know, that's still pretty young. Wasn't this the concept of Slam City? Not a Slam City, my bad. Saturday Morning Slam?
Nah, they didn't do the little kid commentary and stuff on that one. That was just that they edited the matches to make it seem a little bit more kid-friendly, like no headlocks and stuff.
I'm pretty positive a kid was shouting the whole time when I watched it once, so...
We're all giving this kind of a thumbs down.
I'm sure some kids will enjoy it. It's whatever. You got to prove. You got to get yourself out there to every demographic.
It's going to be the opposite of Camp WWE.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, no fucks.
We have Everyone Has a Price. This is going to follow Hacksaw Jim Duggan around. No, I'm just kidding. A new series following auctioneers all over the U.S. as they seek out, acquire, and sell off priceless WWE memorabilia. Follow our team as they scour the country for the most memorable items, unearth their origin story, and define their place in WWE history, which is kind of like an American Pickers, Pawn Stars kind of a thing. I'm kind of interested in it, a little bit.
Nah.
If Ted DiBiase's not in it, I don't know. I was thinking about Junior there for a second.
Well, he does have like a garage sale thing or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's isn't.
No, it's
a computer.
He has a yard sale, not a garage sale.
It's very different.
Yeah, I know. It's the same.
He'll explain.
Yeah, so, I mean, this could be kind of interesting. It's sort of like WWE Warehouse mixed with, like, what was Antiques Roadshow or something? If people have weird stuff, and you see, like, the real hardcore, like, embarrassing wrestling fans, where it's like, yeah, I kept that, the spit that fucking Iron Sheik spit in my fucking face. I wiped it off in a napkin and I saved it. Like, if you get those people, that'll be interesting. And even if they have, like, somebody took a part of, like, the ring in a certain spot or something like that, like, that'd be kind of cool. I think I would check out at least an episode of this. Any other thoughts?
I couldn't give a fuck about this show. It sounds dumb as shit.
Here's something that actually should get a little bit more attention. Legends House Attitude. Legends from WWE, WCW, and ECW live in a house together as the Monday Night War is reignited inside the Legends house. Relive the glory of the Attitude Era as your favorite superstars from the 90s reunite under one roof.
Yeah, the Attitude Era had some really good cokeheads. This could work out.
Yeah, I wrote an article a long time ago about people that should have been a part of this and stuff, and unfortunately some of them aren't around anymore because that was a little while ago. But we have a lot of people in the Attitude Era that could make a good season of Legends House. Even just like, you got the New Age Outlaws, you got the Godfather, Goldust, Val Venis. Any particular people you guys would be interested in?
I would not want to see Val Venis. He's just some like Canadian douche that fucking rattles on bitches all the time. It'd be annoying. Like, not the funny type of annoying.
But he's going to bring weed there the whole time? So
yeah, I'm pretty sure he would
smoke
just sit on the couch the whole time.
Yeah, like...
It'd be kind of funny, though, if it's like every time that they're all hanging around talking, he's just on the couch and he's like, yo, I don't want to do anything.
No, him and The Undertaker should toke up.
Alright, so, who's the most fucking, like, angry and wild guy from the Attitude Era, like, that you hear about backstage? Get whoever that is and stick him in there with Ken Shamrock and see if shit goes down.
Ooh, Shamrock would be kind of interesting.
He'd do it.
Now, you would have to imagine they would try, at the very least, to get Austin. I doubt he'll do it.
I doubt he'll do it, but it would be funny.
No, he has his own TV show that he does. I doubt he would want to.
They'd probably get Foley in there.
Foley would be good. I'd be for that.
Foley has his own show now too, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They filmed most of that already. So
but I'm saying, like, you'd want to have variety.
Oh,
you
that's true.
You don't need to do a reality show with a guy who already has a reality show.
Yeah, it is a reality show. That's a good point.
William Regal, yeah, I guess technically.
Regal
Yeah.
would be a part of that, yeah.
He'd be a good guy to put in there.
Oh shit, put Tajiri in there. Make them roommates.
Oh, fuck. Edge and Christian. You can put Edge and Christian in there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
honestly, hardcore Holly.
Dude, put Edge and Christian in there.
Fuck.
Hardcore Holly, yes. Yeah, Hardcore Holly's a good one, yeah. Or Bobcore Holly would be even better.
It's funny when that fucker doesn't say it.
You could put Edge and Christian in one room, and then you could put Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy in the other room, and you could get it like while Matt is this whole broken Matt character.
Or you could just have like an empty space when they do like the talking head kind of things, and because it's for Jeff Hardy because he's been deleted.
Oh,
he's not actually a part of the show.
Oh shit! You said head. Put head in there.
Al Snow.
No, would they put any of the Dudleys
No,
in
just
it?
head. Like, actually get head and leave Al Snow out.
I don't think they would put anyone who's still active, so I wouldn't expect to see like Dudley's or Jericho or Kane, anyone like that.
I got a good one. Kurt Angle, because he ain't wrestling.
I got to imagine the Godfather's a guarantee.
Godfather seems like a guarantee. I feel like Rikishi's probably a guarantee. Road Dogg seems like another one.
Ooh, put the Hall of Too Cool in there because they have a whole bunch of beef because he got never mentioned him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
You know who would be a great one to put in there would be Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler.
Hmm.
And Lawler's wife.
Which one?
Yes.
I think that there's a lot of potential for this to be a lot of fun. Although I kind of think I'm gonna miss Mean Gene Okerlund if he's not a part of it too.
You know what I'm not gonna fucking miss?
Oh god, no. Or Pat Patterson. I didn't like Pat on the show.
Ashley.
Oh, she should come back too. She was hot.
They should just bring Gene back just for that. They're like, what the fuck? He's not from the Attitude Era. It's cool.
That's cool. He's just gonna be like this old.
Well,
fucker.
I mean, he was still working in WCW at the time.
WCW.
Well, they do specifically say here legends from WWE, WCW, and ECW.
Well, there you go.
Dude, they're gonna bring back Sabu or
So
something.
shit, that opens it up, man. You can bring
Yeah.
like you can bring
Sandman.
Jack.
RVD,
you can bring
Tommy
it.
Dreamer.
I give up.
I think a couple of names that we haven't really said yet. Kevin Nash or Scott Hall.
Oh, they won't do it. I don't.
Actually, RVD's a really good one because he gets butt hurt when it gets too rowdy.
What were you gonna say, Peyton? You could bring in who?
I forgot because you guys kept talking over and tried like 15 fucking
Sorry.
times to say it.
You know who'd be good? China. Oh, never mind. Actually, would have been a good one though.
No, I don't think it was. No.
I can't think of.
You know who they could do is Disco Inferno.
I was just gonna literally say the only person I can think of from WCW is Disco Inferno.
Yeah. Or Glacier. Like, what
Ooh,
the
you know
fuck's that guy been up to?
Who the fuck would know who Glacier is? There'd be like 5 people watching going, oh, it's Glacier.
Thinking about this, I don't think the New Age Outlaws would go in because Road Dogg's doing his own thing, but maybe they would give him the time off. But Billy Gunn's a part of the company, and I kind of think you would only want to have both of them in there or neither.
Wasn't
I
is
thought Billy
Billy
Gunn
gonna
got
get fired?
I
Yeah.
thought Billy Gunn
Oh,
got
yeah.
fired.
He did get fired, but this could be a way to bring him back. But I'm thinking more than anything that they would bring X-Pac in.
Yeah, but if they bring X-Pac in, he has to be fucking coked up.
Well, see, the thing is with what's his name, Billy Gunn, is they're going to sign it back just for the middle finger for Roman Reigns. They could get over his steroid thing, but not his.
How shitty would it be if all the people that they pick are ones like, we've got Flash Funk and Tom Brady, where everybody's like, I don't want to watch any of these guys.
Oh God, what if they brought in like Mongo McMichael?
That would be awesome.
Now, are you against any main roster guys being in, like the Big Show?
Yeah, I think that they can save them if they want to do another thing, and they're wrestling right now. Keep them wrestling.
When was the last time Big Show wrestled?
He slapped Apollo Crews on the shoulder.
I think
that's not wrestling now.
I think Nash and Paul would be a good choice since we can conclude WCW. I don't know if anyone said them.
I did, but they got shot down.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that Kevin Nash would do it at the very least.
Kevin Nash is too busy making movies.
Mm-hmm.
Being tall. I imagine it takes a lot of effort to be that tall.
So before we move on, I want everybody to leave your comments below and tell us the cast that you would like to see from this. Remember, WCW and ECW are available too. So next show that we have here, WWE Investigates, chronicles the most interesting and provocative stories in WWE history. This multi-part miniseries spans 3 to 5 episodes per topic and uncovers the truth behind the most fascinating and real subjects in the history of sports entertainment, such as the life and legacy of Eddie Guerrero. That's not the thing that I would really assume they'd go as the pitchfork.
You know what the pitchforks is going to be?
Pitchforks.
Montreal Screwjob.
No, I would think that they would want, if this is like investigating the most interesting stories and uncovering the truth and all that, really, the life and legacy of Eddie Guerrero? That seems just like a documentary to me. That doesn't seem like we're on the case to try to figure out what's happening. I was hoping when I was reading this originally that this was going to be about the stuff like, where did The Undertaker go in 1992? Who was responsible for blowing up McMahon's car? Like, I thought it was going to be that kind of a thing. Just a documentary? I don't care.
Tony, I don't think they were going to bring up the car thing ever again.
They could. It doesn't have any actual tie to Chris Benoit.
Yeah, but, you know, they do a really good job at not...
They cancelled the storyline on the night.
Well, that's because it was the Chris Benoit thing. Now it's later. It's just separated.
So you can't say it's not associated
Tony,
with Benoit. It's very
Vince McMahon died, and then the next week he popped up on screen going, "Hey guys, I'm not dead, and this dead guy's actually dead."
Yeah, but even so, like they'll just abandon stories and they just won't mention it ever. And if they do, it's usually in some kind of joke, like trying to think of examples, like the Mae Young hand pops up years later as like a fully grown hand. That was funny.
And they make Katie Vick restaurants all the time.
Triple H saying, "Where did your accent go?" for Kofi.
Yeah, or the anonymous GM where they just completely let that fall off, and then finally years later we found out who that was.
Yeah, but that wasn't funny.
No, but see, that's the type of show that I'd be a little bit more interested in, rather than just, we're going to do another, like, this is 3 to 5 episodes talking about the life of Eddie Guerrero. You can get the same content in a documentary of, so that's no different. Like, so.
Well, it depends on what they do with it. If this is supposed to be a continuing series, correct? So they're going to probably do other things. That was just the first example they threw out there. Probably because if they did say Montreal Screwjob, it's like, Jesus Christ, that's been done to death.
Yeah.
I mean, how many more documentaries of Montreal Screwjob do we need? Eddie Guerrero,
they could do
we
the
haven't
Monday
seen that
Night
much.
Wars.
The Monday Night Wars is another one. I actually have to give credits to our good friend Jason. He made a good suggestion for this. they
took
should
me a while for a second because of how natural you did that.
Yeah, I was like, Jason.
they should do it on something like the murder of Bruiser Brody, or shit, do it about fucking Snuka.
Exactly.
Just completely dog the guy, and then you're good. Then you're completely like, pretty much disassociated with him.
Right, that's the kind of stuff I'd like to see more. Life and Legacy of Eddie Guerrero, where I'm assuming, because the way that they're pitching it like that, would basically be like, all right, this is Eddie has his demons and whatever, like that kind of stuff. But he was a great wrestler, wasn't he? And everybody, and it's like, all right.
I hope the narrator talks like that.
Well, he's got demons. We like that phrase, demons. But thumbs up, right, guys?
And while they talk about his demons, they could just have a picture of like Eddie Guerrero with Kane overlaying it.
We have the Wives of Flair. While the career of Ric Flair is regarded as legendary, the Nature Boy's personal life hasn't received the same admiration. Just ask his 4 ex-wives. The Wives of Flair is a multi-part documentary series detailing the legendary personal life of Ric Flair, focusing on the roller coaster love life of the Nature Boy and his 4 ex-wives.
So
they really like throwing out 4 ex-wives like 3 times in the
I actually really like that. Maybe just because the fucking title makes me laugh.
The Wives of Flair.
So first off, they totally shit on Ric Flair and made him cry on Raw, and then they're gonna bring up all of his dirty shit about him.
Well, what do you expect? They're like, wait, so we can make fun of his dead son and get away with it? Oh, I've got some ideas.
Well, how great would it be if this show is literally just like they set up a mic and they've got the 4 of them sitting on a couch and they're like, all right, talk. And they're like, oh my God, the way that he snores at night.
And he's actually behind like one of those walls where he can see them, but they can't see him, and he's crying.
Yeah, 1 tear falls down. Oh, well, it's Ric Flair. Wouldn't be 1 tear. He'd be sobbing and bleeding. But I'm a little bit interested in this one. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but
I'll watch one episode, and if it's good, I'll watch the rest.
Yeah. It kind of depends a little bit on like how vindictive they are. If they come off as just like straight up bitches, then I'm probably not going to like it. But if it's funny, why not? We have a WWE All Access dive into the training and personal preparation WWE superstars undergo leading into their main event matches at WWE's biggest events of the year. Cameras follow each main event competitor as they prepare both mentally and physically for the biggest matches in their careers. Kind of like that WWE 24 that they've done with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. I like it. I'll watch that.
I'm indifferent.
So I'm interested in when they're doing stuff like they're backstage and they're all kind of hanging out and it's like, oh man, I'm really nervous here and that kind of stuff.
Honestly, I'd rather watch more clips of Seth Rollins feeding his dog.
Ashley.
Maybe that's what Seth Rollins does before his matches. He hangs out backstage and feeds his dog.
Dog's awesome.
It eats eggs. Dogs eat better than I am.
Yum.
Drew Payton, any thoughts about WWE All Access?
That sounds like their 24/7 on-demand service they used to have on demand.
Odd title a little bit, but yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down, Payton?
I'll probably watch an episode if it's about a topic I like, but they do a show like this every once in a while, and I don't know why, but they never stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really want to get too excited for it because I think maybe in a whole season they'll do 2 episodes I care about and then done.
Yeah, I've got a feeling there, like, when the WWE Network's, like, been around for a while, they're just gonna have, like, a big category of just fucking shows they never committed to.
Yeah, but, I mean, even on this list, some of these shows might end up not happening at all, so they might not even do 1 episode of this, which is a little bit disappointing, if that's the case. We have Extreme Eats. Real-life best friends Bubba Ray Dudley and Tommy Dreamer team up to unearth the coolest, most mouth-watering, and most extreme eats the country has to offer.
I don't give a fuck about this. It's really stupid.
This is really the dumbest, I think, out of a whole bunch.
They literally say in it, it's Guy Fieri meets Man vs. Food.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Fuck off.
I don't like Guy Fieri. Man vs. Food I thought was actually kind of interesting, but I don't think I want to watch Tommy Dreamer stuff his face.
Well, he's going to get a new shirt eventually.
We already got our fill of Tommy Dreamer fat jokes on the Edge and Christian show. We don't need a whole nother show about this.
Yeah, I didn't even think that those were funny either. There was like one that kind of made me go like, eh.
Just fat.
It's fat.
Although it's kind of weird that it's Bubba Ray and Tommy Dreamer and not Devon.
It's probably racist or something.
I don't care.
There's Ask Me Anything Live. Fans get unprecedented access to their favorite superstars and the opportunity to ask them anything and everything via phone, Skype, and social media in this one-of-a-kind forum. Yeah, there's a whole thing on fucking Reddit about it. Live on the WWE Network. Pass. They're not going to answer the fucking questions.
Yeah, like if it's going to be stuff like a fan gets to talk to Stephanie and goes, "So, did you fuck Macho Man Randy Savage?"
Right.
I'll check it out, but other than that, I don't give a fuck.
If it's going to be asking Bo Dallas what his favorite food is and all that, I don't care. But if you can be like, yo, Roman Reigns, which divas did you fuck? Then it's a different story. So I have no faith that would end up being as good as it could potentially be. And it's on Reddit anyway. What the fuck? They're just stealing that from Reddit. We have WWE Promo Battle, superstars pitted against one another in head-to-head improv wars. The topics of these promos, as well as the winners, are determined by the audience, social media, and the panel of judges. Billed as a tournament, the superstars with the funniest and most entertaining promos advance to the next round until one is declared the undisputed Promo Battle champion. I'm a little interested in that one because it seems kind of like a game showy type of thing. Why not? Apparently nobody else is.
Nah.
What's there to say about it? It's like, all right.
If they did a real game show, I'll be excited, but this...
WWE Goes Viral, the best viral videos the internet has to offer displayed through the lens of WWE. No. That's just like Tosh.0, I guess. Didn't they do this before?
Maybe
Have
that's it.
something?
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even say it's Tosh.0. I would put it more in the lines of ridiculousness.
I've never seen that show.
Don't. It's fucking terrible.
It's basically the same fucking thing, only instead of one guy, it's to a group of people.
And then there's like two people with really fucking annoying laughs.
They're a couple years too late on that one. We have the third wheel. Two WWE fans agree to a blind date with the camera crew documenting their experience, but what they don't know is that they're about to be joined by a very opinionated WWE superstar as the third wheel. No.
That sounds cool. If it happened to me, I'd like to hang out with
a
Big
short
E.
segment on Swerved. He doesn't need a fucking show.
A whole show where there's going to be like, oh, I'm wacky and crazy Heath Slater, messing up your date. I don't care. Talking SummerSlam, post WWE or post pay-per-view late night talk show driven by a conversation that is fun, edgy, and opinionated, hosted by a celebrity comedian panel on a cozy late night set. So this is Talking Dead, but for pay-per-views. Pass. We do our own post shows. Watch those instead, motherfuckers. Ms. and Mrs. The reality series follows The Miz and Maurice. Pass.
Sounds good to me. Oh, dude, come on. We talk about how cool they all are all the time.
Yeah, they're great wrestling characters. I don't want to see them in real life.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I bet The Miz is so wacky, it's gonna be amazing.
All right, and you just made half of WWE subscribers unsubscribe.
Hey, listen. Don't worry. We got all them TNA subscribers still. Ask Miguel.
We have, they don't want to call this the WWE Diva Search anymore, but they can't not call it the Diva Search, so it's listed as WWE Superstar / Diva Search, and it's the Diva Search. It's Team Trish and Team Lita.
Yeah, I hated the Diva Search every time it's been around, so I don't give a fuck about this.
I actually like the idea. I think that'd be interesting, but it's not something that's going to be amazing.
Tony.
Well, it depends on how they do this, because the way it actually sounds to me is it sounds almost more like the Ultimate Fighter, where it's going to be Trish versus Lita, and they're going to have their teams, like their camps, and they're going to be training them, and who's going to be the better trainer to make the better team.
Oh yeah, it's like a cross between that and Tough Enough, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like to me. That actually sounds intriguing.
That sounds
Maybe
a lot
it's
better
because
than just a modeling contest.
Maybe it's because the Ultimate Fighter's like just been on so long to the point that nobody cares about it anymore, and probably just like bleh.
At the end of the day, guys, fucking tits.
That is the main takeaway of this. We have History of WWE, a 10-part documentary series detailing the entire history of WWE from its early territorial inception, the debut of WrestleMania, blah, 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 blah. So it's a documentary again.
There's a DVD on this, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't really hate it, you can't really love it.
They've never really done just a pure history of WWE. They did the history of WrestleMania, which is probably the closest thing you'll get to it. So this could be. I mean, I loved the Monday Night Wars, both the documentary and the TV show.
I couldn't get into a lot of the episodes because I started watching and it was like we were gonna just talk about the same stuff again, and they're retreading on the same ground. And I'm like, well, how many more times do I need to hear Keith David talking about like? And then Scott Hall came in, and it's like, oh, I know, we talked about
the WWE started in a small trailer park, and then it just pans to an audio of Vince Sr. beating the shit out of Vince Jr. Hey, WWE history.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, I'm sure, but it's something I'm not going to be like, oh man, this is fucking insane. We have Totally NXT, which sounds like it's breaking ground, but for like people that are even lower. Let's follow 6 of the most competitive women. Oh wait, it's just women? Oh, okay. Follow 6 of the most competitive women doing whatever it takes to navigate the developmental system of NXT. Each season, the dream will come true as one amazing female athlete is given the opportunity of a lifetime to not only move up to the main roster of WWE, but also become the newest face of Total Divas.
Whatever it takes, eh?
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. This is Michael Hayes. That is all.
They're going to do a companion season for just the men. Hello, everybody. This is Pat Patterson. So this is kind of like a Breaking Ground plus Tough Enough plus Total Divas plus the Diva Search. So if you're going to do Diva Search, don't do Totally NXT. Sounds like it's like treading on the same ground. We have Goldbergs Garage. Were you going to say something before?
Well, I was going to say, instead of breaking ground, they could do treading ground.
Or treading water. Goldbergs Garage. All right. Join former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Goldberg, his stunt performer wife Wanda, and a brash crew of mechanics at Goldberg's Garage station in Charlotte, North Carolina. The team at Goldberg's Garage specialized in restoring classic American muscle cars from the 50s to 70s.
It's just a bunch of cars that Goldberg's punched. Have you not seen that clip where he fucked his hand up?
Out of every show that's mentioned here, including the one where it's like kids doing commentary, holy fuck, I don't care about this. Goldberg and his stunt performer wife and a brash crew of fucking maniacs restoring cars.
Well, I guess he's back in the fold. Like, more than just the game, then.
Yeah. And this is a shitty way to get back into the fold, man.
Oh, fuck. You better
No,
not
man.
Lesnar.
There used to be this show. Was it History Channel it was on? It was basically just like some random guy fixing up cars, very similar to this. And it was a huge hit. And I wouldn't be surprised if they could pull it out, especially with a guy like Goldberg. That's a huge star for them to come in and give his own show. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I listened to the recent Stone Cold podcast. He did a 2-part interview with Goldberg. It was a good listen. He's actually a fun guy to listen to. He's lightened up a lot. Like he's humbled himself very much. He's told a lot of really cool stories I never heard about him before that shines a new light on the guy as far as his time in WCW. Like there was this whole story told about when they were trying to do the whole undefeated streak. There was this match where he was just kind of trusting Barbarian.
Oh, I know what you're on about.
And he did a belly-to-belly suplex off the top rope, and apparently Eric Bischoff comes in the back afterwards, starts chewing him out, like, why would you let him do that? Never, ever let anybody do that. And he's like, it's Barbarian. He's the safest guy here, and he's also a tough guy. And he would actually come to the defense of other people a lot. He was not like a Hogan who was just constantly there, like, trying to keep himself on top and screw everybody else. He was a guy who actually had a lot of nuance to himself.
And I don't remember who it was exactly, but there was someone he wanted to put over, and they were like just on a house show, so nobody would know about it anyway.
It was Bobby Eaton.
Yeah,
fucking a legend at that point. Like,
Yeah, but do you want to watch him restore cars?
no.
No, but you know what? There's a lot of people out there that love cars. I'm not one of them, but there's a lot of people out there who are into that.
I'd rather watch
Again-
Goldberg make car noises.
Again, as I was saying before, just because I don't like it doesn't mean I don't think that they can necessarily get like an audience behind it. Lots of people love cars. It's like their main thing. I have zero interest in cars. I'm one of those guys. I'll even group it together as I don't like transportation. Like I don't give a shit about
Especially
jets.
them jet skis.
Oh, fucking jet skis. But yeah, like I don't, when people are like, oh man, look at this boat. I'm like, yeah, it's a boat. Who cares? Or people are like, look at these fighter planes from World War II. Don't care.
What if it's a boat?
If it's a boat, then it's a different story.
What if
Especially if it's the steamboat, Tito Santana, then...
No, but pretty much any show, the content matters, but more than that, it's the characters that matter.
Yeah.
So if Goldberg can be as cool of a guy as I heard him on this podcast, and his wife sounds like a pretty badass chick. She's legit a stunt person. He was talking all these stories about how his wife has actually probably rubbed elbows with more celebrities than he has because of what she does. And I don't know who the secondary characters are. And I imagine there'll probably be guest appearances. Like maybe he'll have Stone Cold come in and hang out during an episode. Or maybe he'll do a car for me.
He's just
Yeah,
all the trucks.
They're just fucking under the hood, and he's Austin's like, hey, remember how I was more over than you?
You know, John Cena is actually really big in restoring cars as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he would pop up on it.
There you go.
Jay Leno's going to pop up. They're going to be like, hey, remember WCW? And he's going to be like, yeah. We have 50 dates, 50 states. A WWE Bachelor goes on 50 dates in 50 states on an ultimate quest to find true romance. They really want to get a dating thing, don't they?
Dude, Jesus Christ. How many shows are you just listening?
Yeah, I just asked that in the Skype chat. How many more of these fucking things are there?
There's two
Like,
more
it's just
after that one.
mind-numbing at this point.
Yeah. That's why it's the main hot tag. Yeah, so we're all passing on the date one. Fuck that. We have WWE Game Night, which is the thing that Heath Slater's been doing on YouTube.
It's fun once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, if they can add more to it, because the worst part about it is that it's like 2 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like John Cone in it. John Cone.
Check out.
He's like the best part, especially the last one where he was flipping the fuck out. He's just cursing and smashing shit. But then we have one that I think has a lot of potential to it if they continue it, and it's not just a one-time thing. WWE Roast John Cena.
Yes.
I totally want a roast show. Out of all these, that's the one that I want.
It depends. If it's kayfabe and PG, fuck that. If it's just everybody dropping their characters and just going to town on him, I'm for it.
If we can get people that can treat it like the Comedy Central roast, and even more importantly, the Friars Club roast, because they were better. Get like, who's that comedian? Who's on it all the time now? I'm drawing a blank on Jeffrey
Dahmer?
Jeff Ross.
You beat me to it.
Jeff Dahmer. If Jeff Dahmer's on it, I'll be interested, but still.
Well,
This is just a... Go on.
This would definitely be an opportunity for them to bring in celebrities, which they love doing.
Mm-hmm.
You get on like Jon Stewart, Stephen Amell, maybe depending on who they're doing. Like you have this family of people, Shaq, Snoop Dogg. You could bring in these people to do these roasts for people, especially John Cena. Like now that he's doing the ESPYs, think of all the celebrities he's going to be rubbing shoulders with there.
There's a couple different people we could do a roast on. We can do a roast on John Cena as like the main first guy, because that's going to be a lot of material. A lot of people making fun of like, the "you can't see me" thing. A lot of people. He's got a good enough career that you've got the potential behind it. But a roast about Ric Flair?
Oh my God! You know what would be absolutely
Iron
amazing?
Sheik?
Well, Iron Sheik would be fun just to have him on the mic. But you know what the most amazing roast would be if they could ever do it? Would be of Hogan.
A Hogan roast would be amazing.
Just finally everyone gets to throw all this shit at him. And especially after all that he's been through the last few years.
Oh, they've got the racist agenda now. That'd be great.
And the sex tape and everything.
It would be so fucking great. Like that, out of all the shows, that's the one that I'm like, just do it. Just keep doing those. You
know what though? Cena will be... You know how they get to like roast everyone else afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Cena will get on the mic and be like, who's getting buried?
It's like Dolph Ziggler comes out since he's in the comedy game now and all that, and he's just kind of like, that was a good 1-2 punch there, Ziggler. Yeah, you're losing tomorrow. No, you think I'm fucking joking, do you? But even if they keep it a little bit more on the kayfabe side of things, it still could be kind of funny, making fun of like the shit that Kane's gotten into over the years, Big Show's characters and stuff. Mark Henry.
It would kind of remind me of like the early Slammies then. If they did something like that, it could be fun.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of potential for that kind of thing, one way or another. So that's it. We went through all of them.
Can I just mention one more thing? Just for the sake of mentioning
please don't.
It's just stuff that Xavier Woods do with the up, down, down. They could easily make that into a network show of any sorts. And a lot of people watch it. Just saying.
Who knows? Might be on the next set.
Probably never, because he's going to get fired.
But some of these shows might be popping up pretty soon. Probably not for a while. I'm assuming at least another 6 months or so. And, if they end up popping up, then we'll let you guys know what we think about them and all that when they happen. But let us know what you think about them in the comments below. We are going to take a break because we need one after going through 21 different shows. Rest Hold's coming up next. Main Event's coming up after that. Fantasy League is coming up after that one. We'll see you in parts 3, 4, and 5.